Check, check. Check, check.
The Bulldogs of Bedford High School. We remind you that only coaches, players, and officials are permitted on the turf and track area. Bedford High School wholeheartedly supports the NHIAA policy on good sportsmanship. Cheering is certainly allowed and encouraged, but please be positive with your cheers and respectful to the officials and athletes competing here today. A reminder to all fans in attendance, please keep your mask on the entire time and remain at a social distance from other families. Now let's meet today's starting lineups. First for the Blue Devils of Salem High School. Starting goal, a freshman, number 1, John Schoenrock. Starting attack, a sophomore, number 3, Matthew Doyle. Starting midfield, a senior captain, number 5, Eli Lum. Starting attack, a freshman, number 7, Jeremy Poirier. Starting defense, a junior captain, number 9, Hunter Day. Starting midfield, a senior, number 10, Conor Doyle. Starting defense, a junior, number 13, Ryan Clarkin. Starting defense, a junior, number 18, Jonathan Smith. Starting attack, a junior, number 20, Patrick Poirier. And starting midfield for Salem, a sophomore, number 22, Marcus Palomo. The head coach for Salem is Jay Malloy, assisted by Christian Day. Now let's meet the starting lineups for the Bedford High School Bulldogs. Starting attack, a junior, number 4, Derek Grier. Starting junior, number 8, Parker Henderson. Starting face-off, a senior, number 9, Owen Roberto. Starting defense, a senior, number 10, Brady Burke. Starting attack, a junior, number 11, Evan. Starting midfield, a junior, number 12, Joe Michael. Starting attack, a senior captain, number 14, Conor Robusto. Starting at long stick midi, a senior captain, number 26, William Enners. Starting defense, a senior captain, number 27, Quinlan Kerr. And starting goal for the Bulldogs, a junior, number 30, Matthew Desmond. The head coach for Bedford is Matt Hansmeyer, assisted by Matthew Howe and John Roth. Today's officials are Patrick Bouchard and Rick Wilhelmi. Ladies and gentlemen, we ask you now to stand as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
Welcome in, everybody, to the BCTV broadcast of the Bedford High School Bulldogs matchup this afternoon against the Salem Blue Devils, who come to town. These two teams matched up on Tuesday with an 18-3 victory going the Bulldogs' way. And they've had a couple of days to think on that affair, make some adjustments for practice over the last day or so, think about their performance on Tuesday, and see what kinds of adjustments they have this afternoon. The Salem Blue to left to start the game, and the Bedford Bulldogs are in their white home uniforms, going left to right. This is Corey Munster-Tiger bringing you the action. My partner Brian Hubert was not able to join me today. Corey Parker is traveling somewhere, athletic director, who has joined me on a couple of broadcasts, so I will be bringing the game to you alone. Hopefully we can describe the action and provide some details for you along the way as we get ready for face-off. We have Owen Roberto taking the draw against Tanner Morgano from Salem. Loose ball back into the defensive end for Salem. That is going to be a push from behind with possession as Mark Chopelas came up with that ground ball and was pushed. Push from behind, Joe Michael, and he'll go to the box for a 30-second technical. And Salem will start the game 2 seconds in and be on a man up. So Eli Lum will bring it from midfield as they set up their offense. Bedford has an open look to their defense, playing a little string in the middle with their midfielder, number 23, Owen Christopher. Will Enners is out there, tracking down Connor Doyle. Now Kerr defends Doyle. He gets it to Jeremy Poirier. Back up top to Lum. Lum. They can't quite get a shot off on that 30-second penalty, and now it's expired. So back to even up as Joe Michael defends. Shot there by Connor Doyle, wide of the mark, but backed up by Jeremy Poirier. He'll bring it in from X against Parker Henrichon. Play starts again. Over the side to Matt Doyle. Back up top to Marcus Belomo. And over to Doyle again. Doyle takes it one-on-one. Dishes behind. Swings it over to Doyle, and that ball's taken away. Excellent stick work there by Brady Burke. And he's up into transition. They have a 4-on-3. Odd man break. He's going to go ahead and take the shot, but that's eaten up very easily by John Schoenrock. Ground ball there, fought for. Looks like Owen Christopher is there for Bedford. Can't quite scoop through it. Good battle by Jonathan Smith there on the defensive side for the Blue Devils. Still getting batted around. Still on the ground. Several people have had it in their stick, and they haven't quite been able to get control of it. But Hunter Day, the junior captain, finally comes up with it, and Salem takes a quick timeout to retain that possession. So we are scoreless here, just about 2 minutes into the game here. A little bit of a messy start there as we had a push from behind by junior midfielder Joe Michael right off of the opening faceoff. Put the Blue Devils on a man-up situation. They popped it around but didn't quite get a shot off. Stayed in their offensive end. We saw some transition, and that 4-on-3 opportunity led out there on the break by Brady Burke. Took a shot, and then the ball was on the ground for probably a good 20 seconds after that. Quick heads-up veteran timeout. as Hunter Day picked up that ground ball, and now Salem will look to clear and get back into their offensive half. So Eli Lum looks to solve the Bedford ride. They kick it back over to Ryan Clarkin. He makes a dodge. Now Will Enders goes over for defense. That ball gets popped long and saved. Nice play there by Jeremy Poirier as he threw it back in. And that ball was off of Bedford. So Will Enders was there in defense, but as he was attempting to get that ground ball, it goes loose out of bounds. So Salem with the ball now. Popped over to Patrick Poirier. He gets it to Doyle. Guarded by Quinlan Kerr. Little lift. Can't quite get that ball on the ground. Kerr's had an outstanding start to the season, but loses his man there. We'll push from behind on the loose ball. Salem will get the ball back. Eli Lum picks it up, top center. He stays patient. Salem's running a 2-3-1. Sometimes they pop in and have two men on the crease, so a 1-4, 1-4-1, or a pinch 2-2 look. Looks like they're cutting through it, and Bedford is in their man-to-man defense. Doyle swings it back up top, finds Marcus Belomo. Shot backed up. So Jeremy Poirier will bring it in from X. Good stick there. Excellent play by Parker Hendershon. Batted that pass down, got the ground ball quickly. And now they swing it back to the backside, and that pass is too far left. Quinlan Kerr was heading upfield, and the pass was behind him. So Salem will get the ball back on a pass out of bounds. Turnover there can be costly. So 8.5 left here in the first quarter. Time of possession has been mostly for Salem so far. Nice little move by Marcus Belomo. Lost his man. Couldn't take advantage of it as Josh Beaton is harassing him. And he's going to collect a push from behind with possession. So Beaton will go out as Parker Hendershon picks up that loose ball. And Beaton will get a 30-second technical. So Salem goes back on the man-up opportunity. 6-on-5. Look for them to pop the ball around the perimeter, get a cut here and there, look for some time and space, and an open shot. So up top to Belomo. Over to Doyle. Heavy there by Enders. Enders comes out, is really getting some checks on, trying to get that ball on the ground. Probably a set play by Bedford to put pressure on the ball handlers up top. Jeremy Poirier and Belomo back and forth. Now back to X to Eli Lum. Lum drives, looks up top. His pass is too high. The time has expired on the penalty, so now they'll push hard. As Evan Schmidt comes up with that ground ball. He settles. And he finds Max Maniello up top. Maniello draws the long stick, drives lefty, gets back to his right, shot off the pipe, bounces back out to the goalie's right. The rebound's still there, and it goes out of bounds. Jeez, that was still a shot. That could have been either way, but Salem was closest to it as it went out of bounds, and Tanner Morgano is going to pick it up. He fires across to Ryan Clarkin. Backside here to Hunter Day. He steps it in the box, now looks for a midfielder. He finds Jackson Dowdy. And we have an illegal procedure. I'm not quite sure what that was. Maybe an illegal substitution. Could have been an offside. I didn't quite catch it. But it is a turnover, so the Bulldogs will go back into the offensive end as Robusto finally gets his first touch of the game. The senior attackman has had a strong start to the season with multiple goals. 7 in this starting game last Tuesday against Concord. continued those ways. I don't have the rest of the numbers for the season, but Robusto gets it in the middle. Righty pulls, bounce shot, finds the top left on a high bouncer. And Robusto will start off the scoring. 1-0 Bedford with 6:18 left here in the first quarter.
Number 14, Conor Robusto. Assist to number 6, Max Maniello.
Just sat right down there, right above the crease. Maniello found him. And an easy turn and shoot for Robusto, and he's able to cash on the bouncer up top. Tough save for John Schoenrock, as he's kind of stunned there, maybe only 6 or 8 yards away from the cage. So we're back to the face-off. Mark Chapolis picks up the ground ball, and we're going to get another penalty here, a trip from behind with possession. So third penalty already on the Bulldogs, and we're only 6 minutes or so into the game. And Salem hasn't really gotten a shot off on their man up. So they get another opportunity here as Eli Lum will take the ball and start their man up. Looks like they have a 3-3 right now, but they're going to cut. Lum's going to go behind. It'll be a 2-3-1. Now behind to Lum from Poirier. Pressing out here a little bit. Lum rolls back to his left. Now at X. Looks for cutters. Joe Michael pushes. Ball gets on the ground. And Brady Burke with a great ground ball in traffic. Looks back, finds Quinlan Kerr. Kerr now right in the middle to Michael. Michael gets popped but holds on to the ball, keeps his balance. Spins away from pressure. Good work in the midfield there by the athletic Joe Michael. Maniello now steps it in, rolls away from pressure, and Robusto has it up top near the face-off X. Rolls it on the ground to his midfielder now subbing in as Magnus Steele. Magnus Steele presses righty. Back to Grier, now up top. Spun over to Will Kramer. Kramer to Maniello. Salem is extending their defense out there. Maniello's going to sweep righty. Long outside shot. That's eaten up by John Schoenrock. But the ball is out, loose. Batted around here a little bit, and Robusto comes away with the ground ball. His pass attempt is tipped there. Excellent play by number 11, Tanner Morgano. And it's back into the Bedford defensive end, but good tipped pass by Parker Henrichon. Ground ball is down. Kerr comes away with it. Face dodge. Good patience with the ball all the way across field to Brady Burke. And he finds a cutting Steele. And Steele gets it into the offensive end. Over to Robusto, and they'll settle it down. Get another substitution through midfield as Enners goes off. Sean Toscano on. Toscano to his right hand, draws a double. Redodge back to his right hand, draws another double. Gets it to Grier. Grier, quick spin, gets to his left. Can't quite get it to go. His shot's wide left. Backed up on the backside by Evan Schmidt. Schmidt restarts, finds Grier again, who's wide open at X. Cuts back to his right. Rolls and looks back to his left. Now gets it to Robusto. Back up top to Toscano. Toscano. Fakes left, goes right, draws a gaggle of defenders as 3 people cut towards him. Grier, nice little face dodge, gets back to his left. Tough shot, though, gets deflected. Ground ball picked up there by Eric Hoover, appropriately enough. The Hoover vacuum with a ground ball. Finds Hunter Day. Day up top to Mark Chopelis. Kerr falls down. And now the ball's on the ground. Chopelis kicking at it. Whacking around there. Burke with a nice little ground ball in traffic. Rolls away from pressure. And finds Matt Desmond in the goal. Now over to Kerr. Kerr finds Beaton. And Beaton's going to get it up and out. Down to Grier. And they will settle as they get their midfield substitutions in line. But they won't settle as Schmidt takes it hard to the goal, and that ball gets checked out of his stick. Up quick to Hunter Day. Hunter Day into transition. It looks like transition opportunity, but that pass goes up and out of play. Desmond there, no need to back it up as that was a pass. And Kerr will bring it in from the end line. So Kerr looks up, finds a cutting Will Kramer. Pretty easy clear on a nice pass from Kerr. They step it into the box. And Maniello will look to ISO his man. Tanner Morgano. Shot is wide right, but backed up by Grier. Low burner, sidearm from Maniello. Grier looks to go hard. Gets to his left, feeds the middle. Goes off a helmet inside there. And Steele backs that up on the ground ball back right. Steele gets high. Now to Kramer. Quick pass back to Robusto, and he stings an left-hand shot to the upper right-hand corner for his second of the day. So Robusto got free in the middle again, and Will Kramer saw him on a little give and go there. And they cash in 2-0 now with 1:13 left in the first quarter. So despite several penalty opportunities for the Salem Blue Devils, they haven't been able to capitalize. The man-down defense for the Bulldogs has held strong. And the Bulldogs will take a 2-0 lead here with just about a minute to go. Push from behind on Salem. So the Bulldogs pick it up, enters down to Schmidt. Schmidt harassed there by Ryan Clarkin. Gets low, takes it off the crossbar, can't get it to go. Excellent opportunity there by Schmidt. And Grier's there for the backup. 1 minute to go. Grier, Robusto. Robusto has a short. He's probably going to look to try to take advantage of that. And he does. Gets to his strong left hand. Lefty ripper. Up top high, and Robusto already has a hat trick here in the first quarter. 3-0, Bedford lead. 49 seconds left here in the first. So we go back to the faceoff. As you can see, the backup nets here have been blown down. It is a rather blustery day in Bedford today. Saw some snow squalls here on April 22nd. It does feel like it's winter time here as Steele comes away with the ground ball. So low 40s. That shot was not low 40s, but was saved. Maniello comes away with it. He comes back to his right side. 25 seconds left. He'll look to get maybe the final shot here. Looks for Grier cutting from behind. His lefty shot gets smothered there by Jonathan Smith, who gets the ground ball. His stick is checked on the clear, though, and there's 10 seconds left. And the Bulldogs have an opportunity to get a quick hitter here. So Maniello will pick up out of bounds, gets it to Robusto. Robusto's been hot early. He drives lefty, draws a quick double team, runs around it, though, gets a shot off, can't get it to go. It's backed off by Grier, and that will end the quarter, maybe? There is 0.1 showing on the scoreboard, and now they started and the horn blows. So it does end a 3-0 lead for the Bedford Bulldogs after the first quarter here at Bedford High School. And despite some early penalties, nothing serious, just 30-second fouls. The Bulldogs were able to kill them and push out to a 3-0 lead. So as I was mentioning, the weather has been a little bit up and down. We had some 70-degree days, Now we have a low 40s day. And we did see some snow squalls a little bit earlier, so strange weather, blustery wind. As I was mentioning, the nets behind the cage that catch errant shots and passes have blown over on a couple of different occasions. They're repaired now and ready to help. Teams take a break here and talk about their opportunities for improvement, and I'm sure Coach Johansmeyer is going to say, stay out of the box here, guys. Let's be smart about this. A couple of pushes from behind, a couple of trips, and several trips to the sin bin for the Bulldogs. Blue Devils have done a decent job, but Robusto's gotten free on a couple of occasions. The last one was a nice individual effort getting to his left hand and took a rip. It did go stick side high on John Schoenrock. Tough save, though, because he was coming with some heat there. And Robusto accounts for all of the scoring at this point in time. 3-0 Bedford. Teams will switch sides and reface, as we normally do, unless there's a penalty and possession at the end of a quarter. Starting back on defense, we have the same crew that started the game. Quinlan Kerr, Brady Burke, and Parker Hendershon. The attack are Grier, Robusto, and Schmidt. Owen Roberto will take the face, this time against Tanner Morgano. Enners and Roberto run off the field as Joe Michael looks to try to get it into the offensive box. And he's going to throw that ball away. That pass was too low, and it bounced at Grier's feet. And that's tough to pick up at that point. So they win the faceoff and do the dirty work, but then they turn it right over. And the Blue Devils will come out as the ball comes near side to Ryan Clarkin. He's harassed there by Robusto and gets a good check there. And Robusto picks it up and will start the Bedford Bulldogs back on the offensive side here. Maniello now up top. Maniello down low now to Grier. Over to Will Kramer. Kramer takes a rip, just wide left. Schmidt backs it up. Search. Grier will have it, and the ref will take him over to the near side. So Steele back to Maniello. Steele again. Back to Maniello. They fiddle with it up top. 2-3-1 offense here. Grier sneaks from behind. Maniello doesn't like it. He's drawn the long stick. And now a double. Back to Robusto. Now Robusto drives lefty. Gets by his man. Takes it lefty. Off the pipe there. Couldn't quite get it to go. And Schoenrock got a little help from his friend there. Now they get it back to Robusto. Nice little dip there. And a great save by John Schoenrock. Ground ball batted around there, and we're going to have a push from behind on Jonathan Smith. So the Bulldogs will get the ball back. Excellent save there in close on that one-on-one by John Schoenrock. Went down low and was able to get that ball with his stick, I believe, or a knee, and keep Robusto off the board for his fourth. Grier now from behind. Nice little fake lefty, and Schoenrock comes up with another save. Robusto on the ground ball. Comes hard. Lefty rip, and that'll go. Third time's the charm. As Conor Robusto comes back again, goes low on an unassisted goal after that ground ball. And it is 4-0 Bedford. 9:46 left here in the first half. And it's a 4-0 lead for the Bulldogs. We go back to the face-off X. Josh Beaton is near side. Roberto will take the face-off. Will enters on the other side. Looks like Marcus Belomo will take it for the Blue Devils. His wings will help him out. He has Eric Hoover and Mark Chopolis. We have a hold on that face-off. So Roberto brings it into the offensive end and gets it back to Will Kramer. Kramer back to Maniello. He steps away from pressure as he waits for his midfielders, and the Bulldogs have a man up here. Toscano brings it hard, and he'll score. Sean Toscano, the first non-Arbusto goal of the game. And the Bulldogs go up 5-0. So there's a little substitution advantage there as the Bulldogs got off the field quickly. And the Blue Devils had a tough time there at the midfield stripe getting their defensive midfielders on. And Toscano had a clear run at it, went straight towards the goal, took an overhand shot, and got the bouncer to go. So 5-0 here. 9:25 left in the quarter. Back to the face-off X. Roberto swats at it, can't get it to go, but Eric Hoover comes away. That's a great name for a lacrosse player that gets a lot of ground balls. Eric Hoover, well done by Hoover. And Salem will take a timeout with their possession there. As the Blue Devils take that timeout, pause in the action here. Conor Robusto coming out again. Strong first quarter and 3 minutes to play or so. He has 4 goals of the 5. Toscano with the other. Schoenrock has come up with a couple of key saves there to keep Bedford off the board even more. Could have been 2 or 3 additional goals there, but he's come up with a couple of really nice low bouncer saves, getting in the way and keeping the score somewhat close. Teams are huddled up now, breaking out of the timeout, assuming their positions on the field. Other than these 3-man-up opportunities early on, the Salem attack have not touched the ball all that much. They will get an opportunity here on that heads-up timeout by Coach Malloy. Eli Lum will take the ball right here at midfield, guarded by Enners. Over to Belomo. Belomo gets it behind. Jeremy Poirier back there, guarded by Parker Henrichon. Harassing him, trying to get his stick on that low hand. Forces an errant pass. But Belomo's there for the ground ball. Now to Bennett Atkins. Atkins drives righty, looks to pass into the middle. Good catch in traffic there by Patrick Poirier. Can't get the shot to go, but did well just to get it into his stick. Now Poirier to Poirier. Inside roll there. Got the low side, but his pass is errant. Belomo is going to draw another penalty from behind on Josh Beaton. Belomo gets back to his left. Shot is blocked down, but it won't be called dead yet, and now it will. As they get those play on to continue until the defensive team has it in their stick. A shot is saved or the ball goes out of bounds. Those play-ons are extended out now. A couple of years ago, they used to be blown dead pretty quickly, but they do try to give the attack another opportunity, if possible, on a ground ball to get it up and get a potential score as a delayed penalty. So Beaton with a penalty will go out for 30 seconds. And Salem goes on the man up again. Lum from behind. That ball batted by Kerr. Good stick there by the defenseman. Senior captain has done quite well on the defensive end. Now near side to Doyle. Lum drives lefty, sees a couple cutters. Decides not to pass to anybody inside. Now back up top to Doyle. And that 30-second penalty has expired, so we are even up now. We go back to 6-on-6. Kerr guarding Lum. Up top to Doyle. Checked there by Brady Burke. Now behind to Jeremy Poirier. Feed inside, can't get it to go. Kerr gets the rebound, ground ball. That ball comes out of his stick. Somehow finds Andrew McGee. And Bedford gets a timeout. Looked like Coach Johansmeyer was calling desperately for the timeout there and wasn't sure if the referees were seeing him or not. They finally did. And Bedford will get a timeout there on the far sideline right near the substitution box. And a heads-up play there by McGee on that ground ball as it popped out of Quinlan Kerr. He was trying to clear the ball 1 on 3 or 4 as the Salem Blue Devils were doing well in their ride. Ball popped out of his stick, and McGee was there for that ground ball and good backup. So got it over half field. Coach Joe Hansmeyer takes timeout in order to preserve the possession. 6:58 left here in the first half. A 5-0 lead for the Bulldogs. And they've broken their huddles. Back out to the field. Wind seems to have calmed a little bit. But we still see a lot of pom-pom hats on top of heads down here in front of us, as it is a chilly day. So Maniello with the ball. Down low. Schmidt now from Shea Lucantani. Up top to Kramer. Kramer back to his left. Draws a double. Takes a righty shot. Saved there by Schoenrock. Offside. Good by the lefty to get over to his right side. And now he finds Ryan Clarkin in the middle. Clarkin over to Hunter Day. And he is getting hacked on that low hand by Will Enners. Sees a little butt end sticking out, and Enners wants to get that ball on the ground. And now it finally does. Enners gets the ball out. And that's scooped up there by Marcus Belomo. Good job by the backup. Enners is still going heavy. And finally it gets behind. Now up top, Eli Lum. He's taking on Owen Christopher. Gets to his right hand, rolls back left. Now up top, Connor Doyle. Doyle back to Lum. He looks to go on Christopher again. Gets the edge and save. Nice save there by Matt Desmond. Kerr near side with the outlet. Kerr fiddles. Finds Owen Christopher. He gets popped on the backside there. Good physical play. Look there by Matt Doyle. Got the ball on the ground. And Maniello's going to draw a push. That one is not necessarily the best call, but it looks like there are two hankies on the ground, and they both might be on Maniello, as he looked like he might have chirped the ref after the penalty. So 2 down. We know we have a push, at least on Maniello. Technical push. And then a slash. Okay, so we have a push and a slash, and they were both on Maniello? So again, Salem goes back on the man up. And since the penalties were on the same person, It will be only one man up. There were 2 penalties, a push and a slash. With 4:55 left here, Maniello will serve the penalty. Man down defense consists of Enners, Brady Burke, Henrishon, Kerr, and Joe Michael, the short stick in the middle. The Blue Devils will come out with Patrick Poirier, who will have the ball to start. Lum behind. Jeremy Poirier on the opposite side. Looks like Jackson Dowdy in the middle. And Matt Doyle up top. And Marcus Belomo is out there as well. So they work it around the far side. Out to Belomo. Spins away. Jackson Dowdy back to Belomo. Backside. Good look to find him all the way through the defense there. Surprised that got through, but it did somehow find the stick. Ball is saved, and Enners, excellent hustle there on the ground ball. Gets it up and out. Now he actually has an odd man break, but he'll settle things down and try to kill that penalty off. He finds Magnus Steele coming in from the substitution box, and Steele will settle. So just under 4 minutes to play. The Bulldogs are going to try to kill off this penalty as they are 5 on the Salem 6. Short-handed opportunity. They will likely look to bury this ball in a corner and not be aggressive towards the hoop. Steele over to Kramer. And again, they're settled, and now the penalty is released as Toscano comes on for Maniello. Kramer gets inside, back to his left. Doesn't go to his left, little righty scoop shot behind, and it's backed up by Evan Schmidt on the near side on the end line. Toscano now. Back up top to Magnus Steele. He's driving righty, gets to his right hand, and that's popcorn for Schoenrock. Stick side high, and he makes the save. Back out to Hunter Day. Over to Schoenrock. Schoenrock far side to Ryan Clarkin. And get it back over to Hunter Day. Ball tipped there by Schmidt. The defense is harassing him there. Good job by the Bedford Bulldogs on the ride, but they do clear in time. Excellent check there, right there by Nicholas Hadley. Hadley got a stick-on-stick check and popped that out. Now Desmond back to Hadley, too far, but Schmidt's there on a heads-up play. So he'll step it in. He gets hacked by Hunter Day. Finds Maniello up top, drops it briefly, but picks it back up, no issues. Toscano now over to Will Kramer. So it has been somewhat quiet this quarter. 1 goal early on. And now a second goal. There it is for Derek Kuliza, the freshman attacker, as he had just checked in right on the crease. Shea Lucatani made a move, found his attack line mate cutting on the crease, and he was able to bury. So
Derek Kuliza, assist to number 31. Shea Lucatani.
Just as we talked about it being a calm quarter, Derek Kuliza sticks one high, and it is 6-0 Bedford, 1:55 left here in the half. Back to the face-off circle, we have Owen Roberto. Looks like it was Marcus Belomo down there. Not quite sure what that infraction was, but they do award it to Salem. They look inside. That won't go, but Desmond picks off that pass, and he finds a breaking Owen Christopher, who's going to have a 4-on-3. Move it once, twice. They find Schmidt. His shot is tipped. And now Day on the breakout for the Salem Blue Devils. His pass inside gets broken up. Pass back out to Schmidt. And that's a little bit high and long as Ryan Ashburn, who's checked in on the defensive side, got checked and his pass went high and away. So Connor Doyle picks it up. He's going to take on the attackman. The ball does come out, but nobody's close enough for Bedford to pick up the ground ball. Now Enners is there, gets a good lift. Ball stays in. Lift check. He got his stick under the low hand for Salem and lifted up as hard as he could. That stick went kind of inverted. But there it looks like it'd be a time issue there as Salem did not advance it quickly enough. Evan Schmidt into the middle to Kuliza. Spins away from a check, and he'll reset as his midfielders check back in. Steal now. Harassed up top by Mark Tropolis. Steele again, draws the long stick. 40 seconds to go here in the half. He drives righty, draws a double, dumps, finds Shea Lucantoni. That ball into Derek Kuliza won't go. And Doyle picks it up. He gets swarmed there by the Bulldogs. The ball is on the ground again. And Lucantoni is going to come away with it as he's the only one in the area. 17 seconds left now. Fired in, and that won't go. Schoenrock gets the ball, and now he's going to settle on the clear 10 seconds left. Mark Chapoles gets the ball tipped. Toscano has 5 seconds to go. Makes a spin and a cut. Can't quite get it to go. As his shot goes high, that's going to end the first half. So the Bulldogs will take a 6-0 lead into halftime. We will take a break and join you again in 10 minutes for second half action here at Bedford High School. The Bulldogs take Salem Blue Devils. And welcome back to Bedford High School. We're here for second half action as the Bulldogs host the Salem Blue Devils. Halftime score is 6-0 as we head into the third quarter. Scoring heavily by Conor Robusto in the first half, 4 goals. 1 goal each by Derek Kuliza and Sean Toscano, pair of freshmen. Excuse me, Toscano's a sophomore, Kuliza's a freshman. And the senior attacker, Robusto, has led the way again here. Pushed the Bulldogs out to a 6-goal lead. Back to the face-off here. Ball comes near side, and Joe Michael picks up that ground ball. We're going to get a moving screen there by Owen Roberto. That moving pick turns the ball over as Joe Michael looks like he was up and out. Roberto was running off the field, tried to stop and offer a pick, but he was still moving, so that is a turnover. Now, nice little shifty move there by Patrick Poirier. A little swim, couldn't quite get the shot to go. And now the ground ball is back right. Near side. Jeremy Poirier up top. Marcus Belomo. Now over to Bennett Atkins. Down low to Patrick Poirier. Swim move again. Now it gets checked out. Joe Michael picks it up. Puts it in one hand. He's going to leg it out. Quarterback feels like he's running the option play here. Gets it over. Tries to get it over to Robusto, and his pass is a little high and out of bounds. Great hustle there by Michael, but got into traffic, and his pass was errant, and it goes back to the Blue Devils. So Belomo picks it up. Back to his goalie, Schoenrock. Over to Ryan Clarkin. He's harassed by Grier. Grier forces the roll back. Tries to get the overhead check. That's no good. But the pass is wide. Kerr picks it up. 3 people swarm him. And it gets finally into Joe Michael's hands. Or his stick. Sorry, not his hands. A little slip there as Michael gets it down to Robusto. Robusto pauses. Now back up top to Maniello. They will reset. Attack of Grier, Robusto, and Shea Lucantoni. Maniello to the back to Grier. Ball's on the ground though. Grier chases. Ball goes into Bennett Atkins' stick and then is checked away quickly. Ooh, wow, that's somehow given to the Blue Devils. Not quite sure, as it looked like Bennett Atkins had this ball in his stick and was checked away by Maniello. But the call goes in the Blue Devils' favor. Pass all the way across the field to Clarkin. Now back to Schoenrock. Near side to Hunter Day. Day trots it over. So they're able to clear. He will step it into the offensive box and clear the time. Over to Atkins now. Guarded by Beaton. Across the top to Marcus Belomo. Now down to Patrick Poirier. Looks to drive. Up top. Now close near side to Bennett Atkins. Over to his left. Looked like could have been a pass, but Matt Doyle was not ready for that. So Desmond finds Maniello. He's going to try to leg it out, and he does. Now he has 2 people on his backside. Can't quite see them. Looks to find Grier, but that pass is well high. It will go to the Blue Devils. 8:52 left here in the third quarter. Blue Devils on the clear. It is a 6-0 lead for the Bulldogs. Pass up from Day is going to go out of bounds. So Brady Burke picks it up. Burke with the start at close defense, normally a long stick midfielder, as listed on the roster. He is playing close today. Will Kramer up to Robusto. Fakes. Now back to Kramer. Over to Magnus Steele and to Toscano, who's substituted in. Steele now checked by Mark Trapellis. Runs by the long stick, finds Kramer in the middle. Slide comes. Robusto catches in traffic, slips by. Great save there by Schoenrock, because that was a nifty little shot from Robusto, but it is saved. Schoenrock out to his defensive teammate, Ryan Clark, and now back to Schoenrock. Schoenrock upfield to Eric Hoover. Hoover now down low to Matt Doyle. And back up top to Lum. Lum looks to go one-on-one. Enters checking there. Back to his right-hand side. Drives lefty. Kicks it behind to Jeremy Poirier. That pass is low. Good defensive play there by Ryan Ashburner. Gets it to Desmond. Now they're up and out. As Owen Christopher is into the midfield transition, they do have numbers. He slows it down, though, and gets it to Christopher. They look like it might have been even there, as I didn't see one of the other Salem defenders back. The midfield had gotten back pretty quickly. And Max Maniello now will take his time and wait for Magnus Steele to come on. Maniello draws Tripolis. Righty shot there, eaten up by John Schoenrock. Good save near the 5-hole there, but picked off by Magnus Steele. Excellent job by him on the ride, but he does throw it away right away. Ball's on the ground. Scooped, not scooped. Steele there. Takes the body. Excellent ground ball by Steele, and he's going to draw a penalty. Wow, hustle play, individual effort by Steele, and the ball is still live here, as it is a delayed penalty. Steele picks it back up. So delayed penalty. Steele's going to get an opportunity for his offense. He's beat, so he dumps it off. He finds Luke and Tony. Now Grier. Flag is down. So it is a delayed penalty opportunity. Robusto drives. He's going to get another. Ooh, should have been another trip there, but it does not get called. Play gets blown dead now, as Tanner Morgano will go off for a penalty. Or maybe not. Looks like it might be Connor Doyle, number 10. No, I think I was right. Tanner Morgano, number 11, will have the penalty. So the Bulldogs will get their first man-up opportunity of the day. So we'll have Toscano, Grier, Schmidt, Robusto, Kramer, and Maniello as the man-up offense here. They'll spin it behind to Schmidt. Schmidt, Kramer, now Maniello, Grier. Toscano near side, looks to draw one. We're going to look for some cutters. They get it to Robusto, who's come off the crease down left side. Maniello ranges over, and his stinger goes low left and beats Schoenrock for his first goal of the game. Set play there. Good to see them get a nice shot off. Maniello had started on the top left side, ranged over as Robusto came off the crease, and Robusto gets the assist to Max Maniello. And the Bulldogs go up 7-0 with 5.5 left here in the third quarter. That was a well-designed play as they worked it around a little bit. Popped to Robusto as he came off, and they found Maniello for the righty crank. Ball gets popped. It is into the defensive end for Salem. So play is released. Schmidt with the loose ball. Finds Grier. That ball gets batted around a little bit. Now Grier will get the ground ball. Grier looks, finds a cutting Maniello, and he's going to get another stinger up top this time. Excellent cut by Maniello as Grier will get the assist. Hustle play on the ground ball and transition, unsettled situation.
Assist number 4, Derek Grier.
So two quick ones for the Bulldogs, and they go up 8-0 with 5:17 left here in the third. Back to the face-off X. Roberto against Belomo. Ball's tied up low. Belomo gets advantage, sweeps out, but Josh Beaton is there for the ground ball. He runs away from pressure, finds Enners. Enners will get it into the offensive zone. The senior lefty now dishes off to Max Maniello. And we'll trot to the side. They'll wait for Sean Toscano to sub in through the midfield box. Grier behind, finds Kaliza. Circle offense now for the Bulldogs. Now we get some cutters. Kramer finds Maniello, goes for his third in a row, but that won't go. Schmidt's there for the backup. Good job by the junior attacker to maintain possession for the Bulldogs, closest to the ball when it went out, where it went out. Grier back up to Maniello. Kramer, now Toscano. Toscano sweeps right. Looks for cutters as he doubled down to Grier. Grier lefty crank right at the goalie. Ball's side right now. Battled for the ground ball. And Hoover, once again, conveniently named, comes away with the ground ball. Good check there. Ooh, it's going to get called. The ball went to Tanner Morgano, and Grier was there. Looked like Morgano had turned away from it, and Grier had kind of got him from the side, but the refs felt like he got him from behind. So Derek Grier, the junior attacker, will go to the penalty box for a 30-second penalty. And they may add on some time here as a delay of game. He pushed the ball away. And I don't think the referees appreciated that. So they may add another 30 seconds there for an unsportsmanlike. So we'll have to watch the time. It is 3:59 left. We'll see what time he comes out of the box. And Bedford will go man down again. Something Coach Joe Hansmeyer is probably going to talk to his team about is keeping their heads in it, making smart plays, making good, smart lacrosse plays. There are a lot of pushes from behind today with possession. And here's another example of it as Salem goes back to the man up. They're running a 3-3 with the string in the middle. So Joe Michaels coming up top and down low. Good pass down low, and the Salem Blue Devils get on the board as Patrick Poirier made a nice little face dodge down low lefty, got back to his strong hand, and was able to bury up top on Desmond.
Salem goal by number 20, Patrick Poirier.
So 8-1 now after that man-up goal by the Salem Blue Devils. Patrick Poirier scores the first of the day for Salem. And we are back to even strength. Roberto again against Marcus Belomo. Roberto was going for that ball with only one hand on his stick, so they will get called, and Belomo will get possession here as he drives hard against Enners. Enners with a nifty little check, dropping down on the ball. Joe Michael spins away from pressure after good hustle and corrals the ball. Gets it down to Luke Antoni. Now behind to Kaliza. He waits for his midfield to come on. Now Steele up top to Kramer. Zach Griffin is on the field now for his first action. Kramer, righty. He'll take the shot wide left. That's backed up to Kaliza. Kuliza up top to Steele. Griffin now. Sophomore midfielder. Finds Lucantoni. Lucantoni. Back now from Schmidt. Ball on the deck, but Lucantoni comes away with it. Now Steele backs his defender out. That is Mark Trapellis. Quickly into the middle. Excellent find for Derek Kuliza. Derek Kuliza steps into it, dips down low, and rips it back up high. And Kuliza has his second goal of the game, 9-1, with 2:16 left here in the third. So Steele made a right-handed dodge, drew the double team from out of the middle, and found the vacated area where Kuliza was wide open there, high on the crease for a 7 or 8 yard shot, and he ripped it high for his second of the day. Back to the face-off X. Beaton comes away with the ground ball. Finds Schmidt. He'll settle down and wait for the substitutions. Rolls away. Goes behind to Kuliza. Kuliza drives right. He finds Lucantoni. He's checked when he's shooting the ball, and it comes out kind of an off-speed pitch for Schoenrock. Makes the easy save. He gets it up to Tanner Morgano, and that ball gets checked out of bounds, but it will go to Salem. Lum picks that ball up. Passes quickly to Atkins. Atkins steps it in. And now gets it to Belomo. They step it into the box as they have time restraints for advancing the ball into the offensive end. Ball's batted around here. Great ground ball by Henrichon. He gets it up and out. He gets over midfield, dodges away through 3 or 4 defenders, and Bedford calls a timeout to keep that possession. But Henrichon, excellent job on the original ground ball. Couldn't find an open teammate, so he continued up that far sideline, took a couple of whacks along his hip and leg, but he does keep possession of the ball for the Bulldogs as they take timeout. 1:15 left here in the third quarter, 9-1, the Bulldogs lead. See some other players assembling down on the far side. I believe that's the JV team. They're getting ready for their game following this one. The sun is shining. A little bit windy. And we settle in for another 13 minutes or so of lacrosse. Quick scoring summary for you as Conor Robusto is leading the way for the Bulldogs. 4 goals for him today. Derek Kuliza and Max Maniello each have 2. And Sean Toscano, the sophomore midfielder, rounds out the scoring for 9 goals for the Bulldogs. On the Blue Devils side, it's Patrick Poirier who scored the man-up goal on their last opportunity for their tally on this afternoon. Teams back out onto the field. Toscano will start out with the ball near the substitution box. Gets it into the offensive box quickly. He's checked there by Mark Trapellis. McGee now over to Griffin. Lucantoni. Kuliza, now Schmidt. Back up top to McGee now. McGee gets to his left, drives, finds Kuliza behind. Kuliza goes to work, gets the inside roll. Pinched off nicely there by Jonathan Smith. Toscano. Down low to Lucantoni. Lucantoni gets checked there. Great check by Ryan Clark and gets back in Lucantoni's stick, gets a shot off. Kuliza there. Looks up top. Finds Zach Griffin. Griffin near side. Ball's kept in bounds by McGee, and now he will come away with the ground ball. Good hustle there by McGee. Schmidt now. And the quarter runs out as that ball was batted around and left on the ground near side at the 30-yard line. Again, a hustle play there by McGee. Kept it in bounds, but for naught as the Bulldogs don't get a shot off. 9-1 lead. As we go into the break between third and fourth quarters, we do have 12 minutes left here to play and an 8-goal lead for the Bulldogs. I don't have the normal plugs that Corey Parker does, but of course we appreciate all the sponsors from the Booster Club. Local businesses that are supportive of the Bedford High School athletics. Quick huddles, and the Bulldogs are now breaking out. Blue Devils are taking their position as well. We'll go back to the face-off X as we start the fourth quarter here. So new face-off specialist for the Bulldogs. Looks like that'll be Andrew McGee taking the face-off against Marcus Belomo. No, I'm sorry, that was Owen Christopher. Mark Chapelas scoops it into the offensive end. Ball's down on the ground, though. And Beaton's going to get another push from behind, so Salem, actually, no, they're going to call a timeout. So it looked like Chapelas or one of the Salem players had the stick in their, had the ball in their stick just long enough for Coach Malloy to get a timeout. So 8 seconds into the fourth quarter, we're going to get a timeout. Salem will keep possession on a contested ball just outside of the box. And they'll talk it over for their offensive approach here. They can get a good possession, maybe 1 or 2 goals here quick, make the Bulldogs sweat. Has been a struggle for the Blue Devils on offense so far, as they do have that 1 goal by Poirier, but little else to show for their efforts on the offensive side. Teams break the huddles, back to their positions. Desmond in goal. Ashburner, Burke, and Kerr in at close defense. Beaton and Christopher, short stick midfield. And Nick Hadley is going to start out on the ball against Lum as the long stick midfielder. Lum behind, finds Jeremy Poirier. Over to Matt Doyle. Doyle up top to Belomo. Now back to Doyle. He drives hard righty. That shot is low and left, and Desmond eats that up. And now Desmond up top to Hadley. Hadley quickly to Christopher. He can't handle that pass, though. It is on the ground, and it will find Kuliza's stick. Kuliza sneaks in from the backside there and got the ball as it trickled through a crowd. Kuliza back up top to Beaton. Now to Christopher. He gets it to Toscano. And the defensive midfielder specialist will trot off the field and get some offensive specialist on as Magnus Steele comes in from the box, as does Zach Griffin. Griffin now. Over to Roberto. Roberto's checked in at attack now. Up top for Steele. They organize their offense. Over here to Toscano, near side. He's checked by the long stick. Double team comes. Slide as Toscano looked to get away with it. Now Steele comes away with the loose ball. He draws a penalty. He still has the ball in his stick. And I'm not quite sure why they blew that dead, as he still had the ball in his stick and drew at least 2 penalties. We'll have to see how things get flushed out, as the Salem team was very deliberate in trying to get that ball out of his stick, and they weren't successful. So, again, that delayed penalty probably should not have been called until it came out of his stick and possession was gained by the Blue Devils, but it does get blown dead. We will have at least one player in the box, and it looks like it's Tanner Morgano. Didn't quite see what the call was, maybe a slash or a push with possession. So the Bulldogs will go on the man-up opportunity. 10-13 left here in the game. Toscano steps it in. Gets it down to Lucantoni. Behind to Owen Roberto. Draws a player. Gets over to his left side. Finds a cutting Kuliza. And he gets mauled in the middle. Legally this time, of course. Steele comes away with the ball for a second. Now Roberto gets a shot in, and Schoenrock is good for it as he makes the save. Schoenrock's done a good job back there on the back end. The freshman leading the charge in goal. That ball seemed like it was clearly a Bedford ball as it went off of a Salem player, but it is awarded to the Blue Devils. And Patrick Poirier will bring it in, finds Lum across the top. Will enters, looks to try to take away as the Blue Devils are man down, so they're going to look to kill this penalty. Behind, that ball is checked there. Ryan Ashburner got his stick on the ball. Steele is going to get a cross-check push on an unnecessary roughness up high. So the Blue Devils will go on the man-up opportunity. Excuse me, that probably is going to be even for a minute, maybe not a minute, but a certain amount of time that overlaps with their penalty. So we'll see 5-on-5 action here as Steele's check up high. We might have a 2-minute cross-check locked in. As I could see from across the field, the referees really did not like that check from Steele. Playing a physical game, just got a little bit too high. And because it was head contact, that's going to be 2 minutes non-releasable. So we do have 5-on-5 action here. Bedford pops back into a zone defense. So up top for Lum. Lum finds Matt Doyle. That ball comes off his stick. Enters has it now. Rolls away from pressure. Lefty. Gets Joe Michael right in the middle. Michael will look to leg it out. Gets it over midfield. Slips 2 defenders there. Quarterback out in space, making defensive tacklers missed. And he finds Toscano. Toscano will settle things down. He finds Kramer. Now the Bulldogs should look to kind of take the air out of this ball, as they're going to be man down here just shortly. And here it comes from the sideline as Tanner Morgano has served out his penalty, and there's about another minute of penalty that they're going to have to kill off for the foul to Steele. Toscano gets pushed near the midfield line. He dumps it off to Kramer. Kramer now gets double teamed. Toscano to Roberto. You might see the Bulldogs take it behind in this type of situation just in case. Oh, wow, nice check. I love that one. Hunter Day with the stick all the way behind his back. Gets it to go, takes a shot from the restraining box, and Not necessarily the best shot, but I do like the defensive check as he pulled the old rusty gate. That ball goes off of number 11, Morgano, so the Bulldogs will get that rusty gate. He makes a check front and then spins his stick behind his back and got the pinwheel on Roberto. So impressive check there by Hunter Day. I love that one. But the Bulldogs now do have the ball back, and Guliza is going to look to bury it in the corner. Roberto now at X. Over to Lucantoni. Penalty has been released, and Steele in from the box and will get the pass and score. So Steele gets on the board for his first goal of the game. Steele with the goal from Shea Lucantoni, who picks up the apple. 6:57 left here in the game, 10-1 Bedford.
Assistant number 31, Shea Lucantoni.
It was an excellent place for Hunter Day to go for that check, the junior captain, as he was able to get the ball on the ground, got the ground ball afterwards and into transition, but it did end up eventually as a Steele goal. So Steele came in quickly from the sidelines as his penalty was released. Now the ball is batted around after the faceoff here. Andrew McGee can't quite get it to go. And that goes off of, wow, we're going to get a Bedford push. That ball did eventually go off a Salem stick, but there was a push from behind. And the Bulldogs have seen a lot of penalties and a lot of technical infractions turning that ball over. Excellent check here, though, by Nicholas Hadley. Hadley gets the pinwheel now as he went to wrap that from behind. Got all stick, and that stick did spin, but we have an excellent individual effort here by Patrick Poirier as he ran through several different stick checks, stayed with his left hand, and finished high. Now, Salem gets back on the board. Poirier second, as I mentioned, is 10-2 with 6:14 left in the game. Little dance afterwards to celebrate. He did run through about 4 or 5 stick checks. You want to see the Bulldogs take body there. And it looked like we might have a penalty on that too. I didn't quite see the penalty, but we have Brady Burke over there in the penalty box. And Ashburner and Hadley is back now at close defense with Kerr. So it looks like Brady Burke will take a knee in the box. It must have been a slash or something that I didn't see. I didn't see the hanky come out, but Bulldogs take the man down defense, and Enders comes, or man down faceoff. Enders comes away with that ground ball, and he'll look to kill the penalty. So a lot of time spent in the box here today for the Bulldogs. Enders rolls away. Comfortable handling the stick. Should run away from pressure here. He finds Griffin in from the box. Griffin looks to kill it behind. All the way down low. He looks to find Eli Gregson, who's checked into the game. We do have a penalty flag down now, though, as it looks like there might have been a slash. Yep, slash on Hunter Day. So he'll go to the sin bin and feel shame. Eli Gregson all the way back left as they start the penalty. Roberto has it side left now. Some substitutions by the Blue Devils to get an extra long stick on as Mark Chapelas comes on. One of the short sticks runs off the field. You are allowed to have 4 long sticks on the field at the same time, no more. Cut through the middle for Kaliza. Ooh, he looked behind for Eli Gregson and couldn't complete the pass. So the errant pass will go over to the Blue Devils. They'll break out. They find Owen Arsenault. but he can't keep that pass in his stick. And Poirier gets the ground ball. Now over to Atkins. Atkins back into the middle, forces the pass into traffic. And Jeremy Poirier gets that ground ball. Looks back up top, finds Atkins. Ground ball now. Beaton will settle. And it is a 6-on-5 opportunity for the Bulldogs as they try to get the ball back, and Salem is going to look to kill this. Although Desmond gets a shot there, makes the save. Matt Doyle comes away with the rebound. Quickly over to Poirier. Poirier up top to Lum. Check there by Enners. Now top center to Atkins. Beaton finds Poirier in the middle. Excellent save by Desmond. Quick reaction, kicks it out. And that is one of those very lightning quick reaction type saves as Desmond comes up with it and keeps Salem off the board for now. 4:15 left here in the game. Poirier looks for cutters. Gets it cross field to Belomo. Belomo down to Matt Doyle. Doyle drives righty, gets a shot off, misses, but they back it up. So Jeremy Poirier is at X. He'll scoop it up. Poirier to Poirier. Guessing they're related. Now 19 shot, Jackson Dowdy. It gets deflected, and Desmond with an excellent job of getting possession for his team. The goalie gets all the way back right on that deflected shot, beats the Salem attack to the end line, and is able to get possession for the Bulldogs. Now Kerr up and out, finds Hadley. Excellent pass on a dime. Laser pass up to the midfield. Now they're into transition. Low pass there by Kuliza, but Hadley scoops it back into the offensive box, and Griffin will settle after the ground ball. I'm not quite sure what happened there. It looks like there might have been a substitution issue on offsides at midfield. So Hunter Day will bring it in. Finds Matt Doyle. He gets checked quickly. Back to Hunter. Down low to Poirier. And his shot is saved there by Desmond, point blank. Ashburner now checking. Pass up top. Finds the long stick. And Desmond comes away with another save. So several good saves by Desmond here in the fourth quarter has prevented the Salem team from making a good comeback. Beaton picks it up, and he steps out of bounds. Throws the body around a little bit, a couple of good physical checks, picks up the GB, but unfortunately steps out as he's coming back up the near sideline. And Hunter Day will start the play for the Blue Devils. So Poirier checked now by Kerr. Kerr, excellent slap check. That ball goes out of bounds. Cookies there for Kerr. Kerr now near sideline. Looks for his teammate. Finds Joe Michael. Michael to Beaton. Beaton now to McGee. McGee steps it in. Now back left to Kaliza. Now to X. Gregson at X. Roberto. Back up top to Luke and Tony. Luke and Tony finds a cutting Gregson. Ooh, that ball must have been tipped. I didn't see it, but it must have been tipped. So the Bulldogs will retain possession there. Hunter Day looked a little confused there, as was I from here. I didn't hear or see it, but I'm all the way up here in the booth. So the referee must have seen or heard a tip, and the Bulldogs will keep possession. 1:30 or so left here in the game. McGee runs away from pressure. Griffin couldn't handle the pass, but does find the ground ball. And he runs by his defender, draws the double, runs away from another. Now finds a cutter from behind. Roberto slips, falls down. That ball gets checked out of his stick, and we get a flag thrown. Not quite sure what that flag was, but it does look like Hunter Day will be coming to the side for a slash. So 1 minute penalty with 1:07 left. 10-2 Bulldogs, and they will go on an extra man opportunity. So Roberto starts with the ball up top for Lucantoni. Now McGee. Griffin, Kuliza, backside for Roberto. Nice little play there. Kuliza quickly across the mouth of the goal. Found an open left-handed Owen Roberto there on the backside for an easy finish up top.
Owen Roberto, assist to number 15.
And number 9 puts them up by 9. It is 11-2 with 54 seconds left here in the game. So a bit out of reach for the Blue Devils. They did fight hard. They kept it a bit closer than it was on Tuesday, an 18-3 victory for the Bulldogs. And some penalties early on and throughout the game for the Bulldogs. Some mistakes along the way. Bill takes the face off and loses that. Tanner Morgano comes away with it. Ball checked out of his stick. Joe Michael gets the ball. He looks, runs away from pressure. Had 4 Salem defenders chasing him. And now enters, looks, and does get the ball out of the stick. Back in Joe Michael's. And Michael up into the offensive box, rolls away from pressure, and makes a nifty stop and start. Gets the defender to fall down, and all of the Bedford Bulldogs on the sideline love that. There are 15 seconds left here to play as they look to kill it out here. Kuliza. 10 seconds to go, now 5. And the Bulldogs will come away victorious with an 11-2 win here at their home field. And the home crowd does enjoy that. The teams go out to congratulate their goalies on a game well played. The Bulldogs come away with an 11-2 victory. Quick scoring summary here. Conor Robusto with 4 led the way in the first half. Derek Kuliza with 2. Max Maniello with 2. Magnus Steele, Owen Roberto, and Sean Toscano rounded out the scoring with a goal each. For the Salem Blue Devils, Patrick Poirier scored the only 2 for the Salem Blue Devils. And the Bulldogs come away with a victory on a blustery afternoon. We appreciate you tuning in this afternoon. I'm Corey Munzer-Tiger. Thank you very much to George Cox on the camera and graphics. We'll see you next time here for Bedford Lacrosse.